So the error that you got in the output which you have shown me. Open again. So the error is for the line part. Like when you are trying to write line equals to 127.0.0.1 space localhost. So you need to put that in single inverted commas.
You mean this one?
No, after that.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. And when I run it, you go?
Like line equals to in
Let me,
single inverted commas.
right here?
Yes. And it should, from 127. No,
Oh,
no,
for
not
one.
yet. Yes.
Okay, let's see. Oh, woo. What happened there?
The machine is not up. No route to host.
Okay, that's right. Okay, this is off. Okay, okay. So what did you see that says it's not off? It says not routable. Where is that? No route to host. Okay.
Yes. You can like say that's the beauty of this Ansible. It tells you everything in the output.
Everything that you need to know exactly.
Right.
So wait, there was a time I was running something about the SSH. Yeah, something about SSH. So it's just telling me in the error, there's the password authentication. I mistakenly put something like A instead of ICA. I put IACA, you know, that kind of a thing. So I have to go there and then fix it, and it works.
Right.
Yeah, makes sense. Run again. Okay, so this one just gets done, and this has been done before.
Yes. So it was already done. That's why it has been.
It says false, yeah. And then this one says change true. Okay, got it. So if I go to my admin, all of the hosts, so they should be in the oh my God. I'm becoming a guru, man. Oh my God, it's getting clearer every day. Okay, cool. Oh, nice one, thanks. So when you write something long, you have to put that quote there.
Yes. If there is a space between words, then you need to put it in single inverted comma.
But why did I put slash in front of this? To be sure that I'm writing 127.0.0.1 altogether instead of separate, right?
It will like it will not read that dot as a, you can say,
It will say it really has different one.
it is just treating it as a string. Once we add this backslash, it has kept that.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. All right, let's go.
Okay. Let me share the screen. So we have two machines. One is control node and another one is our manage host. Are you familiar with programming C language?
Little bit. It's been a long time in school. Yeah, I do C. I did something about Python as well. Python, C. What again? Java.
Like,
but it's been a while. Yeah, Java. I mean, it's been a long time. Yeah, I could recollect all those things. Yeah, hello cat, hello.c.
so can you see this code here? Like, is it because I have written int in front of that? That the reason why is it giving me an error?
Yeah, you said the int, that's the main. The main function.
I'm not sure. Like I just copied this
Oh,
code.
you write it and it's giving you. No, yeah, it's been a long time. I couldn't. Okay, you're looking. It's my son. My son is the one that can fix this out. Yeah, it's somebody's teaching my son. You know White Hat Junior?
Yes.
So my son is part of White Hat Junior. So he's learning Python now. He's guru. So let me see that. So maybe I'll just show it to him. I don't know. Int that. Does he have to get a colon?
But,
Print f at hello.c. And it's giving error.
yes, it's giving this error. Unexpected token.
So line 2, can you see the line 2? It's saying something about this. Have the caret and then the single quote. Maybe something, the caret sign and the single quote in the int main.
Just try to do this one. Then just remove this int. Okay, anyway, let's leave it for now.
Okay, yeah.
Get back on our Ansible. So in the last session, we talked about ad hoc commands. We used modules on the command line.
Yeah.
Now we want to configure Apache web server. When we want to configure a server, first of all is the installation, correct?
Yes.
Second is the configuration.
Right.
And third one is the service management. We need to do at least these 3 steps. So if we want to install a package, generally we use yum command.
Yes.
For configuration, we can say if we want to create a file and we want to put some content, we use vim command or echo command.
Yeah.
And then for the service management, if we want to just restart the service, we will use systemctl. If we want to add it in firewall, we will use firewall cmd. So after doing these 3 steps, we will be able to deploy the server. We will be able to check the content via the server.
Right.
Correct. Now we want to configure Apache web server by using Ansible. Okay. Before that, let's check whether these servers have Apache configured on them or not. So ENS 160, copy the IP. Okay, so there is a website that is configured on that server. Okay. Let's remove it. System or just yum remove httpd. No arguments. Okay. So multiple servers are running, multiple containers are running. Zero, 2, 9, 2, 8. Okay, let's try to access it again. It should
So
not work.
you use something there. You say process ID. You just pick one, the first number of their process IDs, right? Is that what you did?
Yeah, the first number of the container ID.
Oh, container ID. Yeah, okay. Okay.
So now this got an error. So that means the HTTP is not configured there.
No, okay.
Let's check on the server as well. 47.120. It is not configured on this server as well. So if we want to configure Apache via Ansible, so we need to again do the steps, the installation, the configuration, and service management, right?
Right.
So if we want to install a package, the module for that, the Ansible module, is yum. If you check it, Ansible doc. Of yum. So it installs, upgrades, downgrades, removes, and lists packets. If you want to check the examples, put slash, then example in capital, and you'll get to the example part. So the module name is yum. The name of the package is httpd, and the state of the package is latest. If you want to remove it, we need to change it to absent. That will remove the package. Okay. And if we write present, so it will look for the package that is available in our local repository or whatever repository we provide here. So if we write present, it will only look for the package that is available. Whereas in case of latest, it looks for, if online repository is configured, it looks for the package on those repositories so it can download the latest update. Okay. So first is a yum module. Second is we want to manage the configuration. So we can use copy module to send the content to a file. We can use line in file module. Okay. Third step is to start the service. So for service, we have the module named as service. If you go to example, see here. What we want to do, we want the service to be started. We want it to be stopped, restarted, reloaded. If you want to enable the service, enabled equals to yes. If you don't want to enable it, enable equals to no.
No.
Another is if we want to add it in firewall, the module is, I think, firewall D. It is. Yes. The module name is firewall D. Here we can add a service on permanent basis. We can add a port. Okay. We can add a particular port in a specific zone or type in a specific zone. Okay. So let's use these three modules to configure the application on the servers that we have. Okay. So if we use them in ad hoc commands, we need to write at least 4 commands. But we don't want to use it in ad hoc. We want to create a playbook. So first go to the directory in which you want to do your project, do your work, where your ansible.cfg is available. Okay. So in ansible.cfg, the user, it is using this lucky, and the privilege escalation is commented. So that means user lucky will not be able to install the packages and everything.
Right.
So what we are gonna do is change the user to root. We will do the work with root only. Save the file. As for the entries in inventory, we have 3 entries, so we need to remove the AWS one because we deleted that server. And so before starting your work, run this command Ansible -m ping on all. Whether we are able to work or not, it will tell us whether it is able to connect or not. Okay, so we got the pong back in response of ping. Now we want to create a playbook. So the extension of the playbooks, the playbooks will be written in YAML format, YAML language. The extension of the playbooks will be .yaml, either .yaml or .yml. So write a playbook.
It can be done with the other commands, with the one that we did yesterday.
Which one?
What's his name? What we did yesterday? The name of the ad hoc can be done through ad hoc.
Yeah, it can be done, but in ad hoc you will need to look in the history if you want to go with the commands again.
Oh, okay, got it.
That's why we want to save it somewhere. So that's why we are creating a playbook.
Okay.
Playbook.yml, enter. Now how to start the playbook? First of all, write 3 hyphens. That's the starting point of your playbook.
Without that 3, it's not going to work, right?
No, it's not going to work. Then in the next line, put a hyphen here. And then write name. If you want to provide a name for your playbook, if you don't provide it, it's totally optional. If you want, you can, otherwise leave it. So the name that I want this playbook to be available is first playbook. Then second,
does it have space or not?
It
can have space.
Yeah, here we can have a space.
Okay.
Second thing is we need to provide the host on which host we want this playbook to run. Okay. So host, and let's say on all hosts. So we want this playbook to run on all the hosts that are available in the inventory. Okay. Then we can write our task. Whatever task we want to perform, put hyphen, put an indentation. Then again, if you want to provide a name for your task, you can do that. Let's use a simple task. First, I want this task to be, let's name it simple task only. And we have a module that is named debug. So via this module, you can print a message if you want. So I want to print a message. Hello world. Save the file, save this playbook, enter. Now we want to check whether the code that we have written in the playbook is correct or not. So the command is Ansible -playbook, name of the playbook, and then -- syntax, check, enter. So if there are any errors, it will show the errors. If there are no errors, it will show us the name. Let's make some errors. Here we go, and let's the debug that I was writing here, I either given 2 extra spaces or 2 less spaces. So it should be in order. If we messed up the spacing, the syntax, it will give us an error in the syntax check option. Okay. So here we got an error that syntax error while loading YAML did not find the expected indicator. And the error appears to be in this particular line, line 6, column 12, but maybe elsewhere. And it is also telling us the exact line where it is thinking the error might be available. Got it? Okay. So let's correct that error again. Let's give the space, save the file.
So the debug module is to like putting split a word out, or
no, it is just like echo command.
It's like echo. Okay, yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, like echo. Oh.
So like if we want to execute that playbook, so we can use Ansible -playbook and the name of the playbook. Enter. The playbook will be executed. So it is showing us the name of the playbook that we have written, first playbook. If we didn't provide the name, then it would have shown us the group, the host group that we have used. That is all. Then it always do this gathering fact option. So it checks the details of the remote machine. Okay. You can see the environment variable of the remote machine. And once it has been done, then it runs the task that we have provided there. So these tasks were performed on both the machines, on the 128 machine, hello world, 136 machine. Again. This playbook was just to check how a playbook can be done, how to run a playbook.
Okay.
Next, let's write a playbook to configure the Apache web server.
Can you rerun this again and let me see what comes up?
Yes. Ansible playbook, Ansible -playbook, and the name of the playbook. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So let's write another playbook here. This time I'm naming the playbook as apache.yaml. So the name could be anything. The extension should be .yaml. Enter. We'll again start it with 3 hyphens. Then in next line space and then hyphen. Here, if you want to provide a name for the playbook, you can. Let's say configuring Apache. And host, we want to run this playbook on all the hosts. Then task, and we'll write the task that we want to perform. First task is installing package. The module that is used for installing the package is yum module. And next is our name of the package that we want to install. HTTP.
So the two names, configuring Apache, installing package, they are two different things. So the name of the playbook is configuring Apache. Is that
Right.
correct?
Yes.
But the package that is going to be used to install the model has a name, must have a name as well. Installing this package.
It is not like necessary to use this. It's a totally optional.
It's up. Oh, okay, that's optional. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm like. It's optional. Okay.
Right. So we are just writing so that we can identify, and in case somebody else tries to read it, they will be able to understand it easily.
Exactly.
Okay. So yes, and next is state. Let's use present. So this is the first task. Now, if we want to write another task, we need to go back on this location, on this particular,
okay, that's it.
And put another hyphen, then name if you want. So this time you are restarting the service or starting the service. So starting the service. Then for service management, the package, the module that we are going to use is service. Then we provide the name of the service. It is HTTPD. Then we provide state. It should be started. And we also want to enable it. So enable : yes. So it will also be enabled. The next step is to send some content there so that we will be able to check whether it is working or not. So for sending a single line text on a file on the remote location, you can use line in file option, line in file module, or you can use copy module. So we are going to use copy module. This time I'm not typing the name.
The name, okay, got it.
In the module name, in that the content that we want to send is, let's say, welcome to Ansible from TJ and Saki. And destination is /where www html index.html. Then the final module that we are going to use is firewall D, so that we can add the firewall, add the service in the firewall so that it will work properly. So
that is allowing the website.
Yes, it will allow the website, it will allow the HTTP service in the firewalls that will be able to access it from outside world. So we want to allow HTTP service, and then next we need to write is, I think, state. Wait, let's check the module. Ansible-doc firewall. Go on example.
State enabled.
So state enabled permanent, yes. State enabled permanent, yes. So if you remember, when we change something in this firewall and we change something permanently, so what's the next thing that we need to do? We need
restart
to
the service.
Right, restart or reload the service. Here we can add a parameter that is immediate, and yes.
So is that part of the is that part of the module that what we need to put in there?
It is part of this firewall D module. So
can I see where that the immediate
yes.
Yes. Okay. That means to make it now. Make it now.
Applied immediately if
set as permanent. Okay.
So yeah, now we have configured the playbook, we have written the playbook, and let's save it and check for any error, syntactical error if there is any. So Ansible
playbook is easy to write than the adder to me.
Yes. Sometimes text check. Okay. So if there was any error, it would have displayed as here. So now, is it like better to run a playbook on the live server, which we are not sure what that playbook will do?
See that one time?
Yeah, like we want to run a playbook on the live server, and we are not sure what that playbook will change in the live server. So is it better to run it or is it better to test it first?
Is to test it first, yeah.
Test it. So we can use -C to do a dry run.
Dry run, okay.
Yes, so it will show you what happens, what will happen if this playbook is being run on the remote host. Okay. So it will not actually change anything, but it will only show you what will happen if the playbook will run. Let's wait for it. So the first gathering fact task done, then next is our installing.
Let me to change something there.
So it is saying that it configured everything on 136 machine. But if we try to access the 136 machine here, nothing is configured.
Right.
So it only did the dry run. It displayed us what will happen if the playbook was run on the particular server. Okay. And we also were able to identify with the help of this that on 128, it is saying that no package HTTPD available.
Available. And so there's no HTTP installed on that package. Is that installed?
It is not available in the repository.
On that repository.
Yes. So if this error is coming, so we will be able to identify that it has something to do with the repo. Okay. So now we know what's the issue here. On 128, there is no repo that is configured. So before running this playbook, let's create one more playbook. And with that new playbook, what we want to do is we want to configure the repository on the remote machine. Okay.
So we can use playbook to run, Ansible to run packages as well to update repo.
To create repo.
Create, wow.
Yes. So if we want to create
this is gonna make someone lazy, man.
Definitely will. Okay. So here we started a new playbook. And if we want to configure repository on a machine, So we have first where we want to create the repo on dev host, only on dev, because on test it is already configured.
Sorry, you don't. Yeah.
So either you can use the host name or you can write the IP address directly.
Okay.
Then task, and the module that will be used for configuring a repository is yum repository. So if we check that module, Ansible doc yum underscore repository. Go to examples. So it is showing us what we can do with the yum repository package. We can provide the name of the repo. We can provide the description of the repository. Then we can provide the base URL parameter, GPG check parameter, and enabled parameter. Okay. So let's write this first, or let's copy this till this point and paste it here. And we just need to correct the syntax. So in the base URL, we need to check what we need to write in the base URL, and that details needs to be fetched.
The path.
Yes.
Name of the file. Yeah.
Path of that particular CD ISO, and that needs to be fetched from the remote system only. Correct?
Right.
So we will go to the remote system using Ansible-m command module -a and do a lsblk on/dev. So it will do lsblk there. And we got that SR0 is available, but it is
not mounted.
So we got another task. What we need to do, we need to mount the ISO first. So the task will keep on increasing. Just a sec. Yes. So if we want to mount a particular drive, a particular disk using Ansible, then the module is, we need to look for that module. So grep, let's use mount. Okay, so control and configure mount points.
Mount.
Let's check the details. Ansible doc mount. Go to example. So we need to provide the path, source, the device name, the file system type, options, and then the state. Okay. And one more thing we need to provide is mounted. Yes, I think let's check. Sorry, in state we will write mounted. Okay. So let's just copy this whole module and add this module in the playbook that we are creating. Let's correct the details.
The FS type is like optional, right? Looking at the FS type is optional, right?
No, no, no. We need to type the FS type. These entries will be made in the etc FS type. Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So there we need to provide the file system type. So next thing is where we want to mount it. So let's mount it on /cd-rom.
You have the file there already?
No, we will create that as well.
Okay.
So if we want to create a directory or a file, we will use the module file. There we can provide the path. So we want to create /cd-rom and the state is a directory. Okay.
Okay.
So this will create a directory there for on that particular location. So first step is to create the directory. Second step is to mount the ISO. Okay. Then third step would be to configure the repo, and for configuring the repo we need to provide the base URL, and we have the base URL. It is file :/ then /cd-rom base OS. Let's change the name as well. Base OS and the description to base repo. Then we need to provide the GPG check parameter. So GPG check : no enable yes.
One. Is that yes or one?
Yes, we'll enable it, so we need to write yes.
Yes, okay.
Same module, one more module for app string.
For the apples, okay.
Was for base OS, another one for app string, and we just need to change the details. Instead of base OS, we'll write app string, app repo,
app string,
no one, yes. Save it, and let's check it first whether it is correct or not. Ansible playbook repo.yml -- syntax to check. Okay, so it is correct. And let's do the dry run as well.
Right.
Okay.
Oops.
See.
Too fast.
Gathering fact, then the file module, it will create the directory, mount it, and create the repositories as well. Okay, so everything is okay here. Let's run it without -c. And before running it, let's do lsblk one more time on the remote machine. This was the old output. Let's run it and check it again.
So we're actually running it now.
Yes.
Okay.
It has been performed. It has been run. If we go and check the output of lsblk again, it has been mounted. on/cd-rom. And if we do ls in/etc yum.repos.d, and let's do ls-l.
Okay.
So appstream.repo, baseOS.repo.
Right.
It created two files, and then that means repo has been configured. And now let's run the playbook that we created for Apache. So Ansible playbook.
So it has to be on dev
on,
now. Just dev.
Mhm.
Just dev.
So if let's run it without -c this time.
No, dev. It should be dev though. Okay, we just run it on -c the other time. Okay, got it. I get it.
Let's see what happens.
Did you press something?
Yeah, I pressed C. I was pressing Control-C to break the process, but the Control-C was not pressed.
It's not working.
Yeah, I was only able to like press C. The control.
It doesn't press. Okay. But it didn't really stop it as well, even though we'd have an interruption.
No, it will not stop. It will only stop if we send Control-C or Control-Z.
Oh, okay.
So on 136, the package has been installed. On 128, it will be installed if the configuration is correct. So the last repo worked properly. That's why it has been installed. Then it will start the service on both the machines. Enable the service.
Copying.
Then copying the content.
Content HTTP. Enabling firewall D. Starting the service.
And it has been completed. If we go and refresh.
Oops, wow.
And on the other one as well. So if we are planning to deploy the same content on multiple servers,
we go at one.
Yep. So at the same time, we can configure it on n number of servers. Okay. Okay, then next.
So are we still going to the Cisco devices? So can we do this on Windows Server as well, like installing and configuring Windows servers?
We can like use the modules which are available for Windows. Let's try to search for them. Ansible dot grep Windows.
So I'm planning to use install a server, configure a server, new camera server. So I'm trying to see if I can use it.
So WinCopy is here, which is used for copying file to remote locations on Windows host. Then Win environment to change the variables on Windows machine. WinPing, WinReboot, WinToast. We don't have a package installation for Windows.
For that. Okay.
Let's try this one. Windows copy. So what it will do, it will just copy file from the local box to the remote Windows location. And what we need to provide the parameters. Just the source and the destination. Okay. It will work, but as for the module for installing the services or softwares, it should be there.
It should be, yeah.
So it should be there, but we'll need to look for it in docs. Let's try one more time. Ansible.
Instead of Windows, just put Win and grab for Win. Yeah. Oops.
Ansible -doc.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Windows
unzip, Windows update, service shortcut. See from the top. ACL chocolate command, execute a command on remote Windows machine. Then disk image, DNS record, domain, environment, event log, file, firewall. Here it is. Install and uninstall an installable
package. Okay. Win package.
Ansible doc win
package.
So we need to provide the link for download, the product ID, like install the Visual C on this, and the arguments. Install, passive installation, no restart. Install RDP remote desktop connection manager from MSI. Or if we want to uninstall it, we have this one. We just need to change the state from present to absent. Install 7-zip and use a file version for the installation check. Or install 7-zip from exe. Okay, so for uninstalling, it is like we just need to provide the path. If it is already downloaded on the server, we need to provide the path. It will just execute that particular whatever it is. So that will work. Okay. So this is how we can write our playbooks, or how we can perform multiple tasks on remote machines at the same time. Okay.
Okay.
Then. If we want to run multiple tasks on multiple machines, but the task should be different. Like on dev machine, we want to install MySQL. On test machine, we want to install VSFTPD. Okay. So two different packages needs to be installed on two different machine, and we want to do this with a single playbook.
Okay.
Okay. Just a minute. Okay, so now in a single playbook, what we want to write? We want to write
two pages,
two different plays. So let's say we want to write multiple plays in a single playbook. So play 1 and play 2. Play 1 will run on another machine. Play 2 will run on another machine. Okay. So let's create a playbook. Let's say only second.yml 1 to 3. Enter space 1. Then host, or let's name them. Name is play 1. Then host, on which particular machine we want to run it. On dev.
So basically, the main thing that is really needed is the host that's going to run on, and then the tasks. That's it.
Correct.
Okay.
Then in task, let's install a package. So yum module. Name of the package is MySQL. State is present. And that's it. I want to run another task on another machine. So we need to write a different play. So when we are writing a different play, we need to start from this location, from the second column.
Right.
Name. Play 2. Wait, why is it not changing? Okay. Then host. This time it is test. And task is yum. That name PSFTPD. State present. And let's also run another module. Copy. And the content that we want to send in a file is developer. And the file destination is on /root index.html. Or let's put it in where www.html. Okay. Same thing for the other machine. Copy module. Content parameter. Let's write the content as testing. Destination where www.html index.html. So right now the content on both the locations is same. As we saw here, here it is sr antj, here it is also the same. Let's save the playbook and run it. So
again, what does the PSFTPD do?
That is the package for FTP.
For?
Okay.
For what?
For FTP.
FTP, okay.
Yes. Let's run this playbook, Ansible-playbook second.yml. Enter. So we got an error. What it is saying?
Task
Task
not valid.
Is not a valid attribute for a play. If we open this playbook, we need to write tasks. We need to put the S. Okay.
Which where is it with tasks?
Yes, tasks. Before
Not
it was
tasks.
play. task.
It was task. Okay.
So if we save it now and if we execute it, if we run it, so even if we don't do the syntax check, if there is an error, it will tell us the error when we run it.
Okay.
So now let's run it again. And it started, that means no error was there. So play 1 is running and it is only gathering fact from 128 machine, like 47.128.
Mm-hmm.
In the next play, it will gather the fact from
The second
the
playbook.
second machine. This time it is only running on 136. Okay, it completed. Let's go and check. Refresh the 136.
Mm.
It says testing on 128. It says develop.
Mm.
Okay. So later on, we will be able to make it very easy depending on conditions and loops and everything. There,
Okay.
we can reduce the size of the playbook also. Okay. Then. Let's create one last playbook for today.
Okay.
Package.ym. And via this playbook, we want to remove a package from any host, let's say all, and task.
Mm-hmm.
It should be yum. Name is httpd. Let's state is absent. Okay.
Mm.
Save it. And if we run it normally without like
Can you
we just
check the package? This, I mean, the YAML that you created.
the playbook
Yeah.
syntax check.
Okay.
And let's run it now. So if I run it normally, it will just install and it will show us the output like this, whether the task performed or not.
But it didn't perform.
No, if we run it, then it will show us.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to just check the, you can say the task result. We want to see what the task is doing. So we can increase the verbosity of this particular command. So if we use -v, press enter. First, it is showing us which configuration file we are using. Then
Okay.
it will gather facts here. See here. So it is showing us what it did. Before it was only showing us changed, and that's it. Now it is showing us that it changed, and what it changed?
Removed HTTPL. This.
Okay. So we can increase the verbosity of the output.
Okay.
Similarly, if we change in package from absent, change it to present, it will install it again. And this time, instead of a single V, we will use 2 times VV. So see, the number of things that it is displaying us have changed again. It is showing us the whole version of the Ansible, what version it is. Then it is showing us the configuration file. And then it is showing us the task, where it is fetching the task from and perform the operations.
So when you do this, I want you to check something real quick. Please.
Yeah, regarding this playbook, like what the playbook is doing.
Yes, I'm not even that. I mean, I want to. There's a playbook I created that was. I'm trying to let you just check this. V.
Yes, this is the most number of V's we can use.
Okay, there are 4 variables.
You can go from single up to 4 V's.
4.
So in case of 4, it will also show you everything, like which script it is using, how it is making the connection to the remote machine and everything. And if we press enter, see here. So as it is connecting to the machine, it is establishing SSH connection for user root. It is showing us that.
Okay.
Each and everything will be displayed by 4 times V. Too much information. So see here. Before it was only showing us in the single line, in 2 lines, that the package was installed or it was okay and everything. But now it displayed the output like this. Module arguments, and then what allow downgrade, auto remove, bug fix, configuration file, disable, exclude. Then here we have the name of the package. Okay, and nothing to do. So it didn't change anything. So if we scroll up and see, so if we used 4 times V, this much content was.
Which.
So if you like are looking for a specific error, your whole day will gone with this. Okay.
I know.
It is still be one way. Like it is started from here.
So basically, this is just trying to check the outputs.
Yes.
Okay.
It will just increase the. It will tell you what that particular playbook is doing.
Running.
Ansible is doing while that playbook is being run.
Be run. Okay.
So like if we go here in Word, let's close this first. So this is what we have in our playbooks, how we can write playbooks, how we can write multiple plays inside a single playbook.
Right.
Next, in next topic, we'll talk about variables.
Variables.
And facts or variable and Ansible Vault.
Okay. Can you help me check this playbook real quick?
Which one?
Let me just quickly show it to you.
Yeah.
What is wrong there?
Okay. So ping and then description return success.
Is that because of the spaces? Or what is it?
No. I think these attributes, we don't need these attributes.
I don't need those attributes.
Let me check the module because I haven't used the ping module like this. Let's
Okay.
check. Yeah, we don't need to use it like that. It was all. These are the return value that will be returned when you run the. Okay, when you use the module. So these are the values that will be returned. So if you try to run it now.
Okay. Ping. Right? That's it?
Yes. No, not play.yml. Instead of that, write the name of the group.
Of the host.
Yes.
Okay. Like that?
Yes.
Oops.
So fail to connect via SSH. It's unreachable.
It's a Windows.
It's a Windows server. Okay, for that use that one when ping when underscore ping. No, use like instead of only ping, write Ansible -m when underscore ping and then the name of the machine.
Win underscore. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, win underscore ping and then
The host.
Hosts. Okay.
And it might just try to access via. What it is doing here is it is trying to access the machine with SSH only. So that is a Windows machine. We cannot access it with SSH. So for that, we might need to change the parameters in the main configuration of Ansible, the remote port. Okay. So try adding in Ansible configuration another parameter, write it here in the next line, remote underscore port.
Port.
Yes, and use
double
5589.
89. Like that?
Yes.
Okay. And then save.
Yes, save it and this one ask pass and the remote user also try to change it to that one. What to say?
True.
Administrator. Yes, the ask pass as true and the remote user as administrator.
Like this?
Yes.
See, I've been baffling with these things yesterday. Okay, wimping. Does it sugar now?
Yeah.
SSH password.
SSH password.
Which password is he asking?
Try to give the password of your Windows machine here.
Of the Windows machine, what is that? Let me do it again. I think I'm gonna give you a wrong one.
No, it is like still trying to take SSH access.
Yeah.
Connection type. Let me just check it here. Connection. SSH. I'll look for it.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
All right. No problem. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow, right?
Yeah, tomorrow.
All right. Bye-bye.